I don't even remember how I start my own videos. I think I just say hi. Hello friends, I am here with my wonderful internet friend Elle.
Hello.
She's like my best friend on the internet. I'm visiting her in Providence, Rhode Island right now. So we are excited to talk about some university and college content. Here we're just gonna talk kind of about the differences of what it's like to go to school in different places. I feel like Canadians, yeah, I feel like Canadians really know the difference because we watch like all the American TV, but I feel like people in the States don't really know like what Canada's like.
Nope.
I like we should start off by talking about like the application process because that's a huge difference.
You just said process.
Oh, what do you say?
Process.
Oh. Well, we're already
there's the accent.
There's two different streams. There's university or college.
We have college, community college, and university. And college and we call it 4-year and 2-year colleges.
Ours are all universities 4 years. For us, and college is like anywhere from 2 to 4.
2-year like community college or just 2-year college, and that's where you get your associate's degree. 4 years where you get your bachelor's, and then you can go to like graduate school.
We do bachelor's, and then if you go to college, you get your diploma. So ours is like super simple. All we do is they look at your high school grades. That's it. So they look at your grade 12 grades, and then they look at also your grade 11 grades if you're on like the border or you want early acceptance. So you like apply up until like December.
That was an easy process because
here
I am sorry about what.
Click on the internet, like enter transcript and click what schools you want.
The application process here stresses every college student out. It is the most stressful time of year for any high school senior, or even if you're transferring. Depending on the college or university you're applying to, it's kind of different. We do have the common application, which is not all schools use it. I think most state schools use it, or like / public schools, public colleges and universities use the common app, where you basically, it's kind of predetermined, like weird noise. I know. It's like predetermined questions and essays that you can, once you fill out once, you can just like send that to every single like college or university that uses the common application. But then there are some schools, and it's very likely that it's like a private school where they don't use common app, and they have like separate essay questions for you to answer, including sending over your transcript. There's usually like an essay tied into it.
Yeah, like it's
not all schools are like that.
It's pretty rare that happens our way. Sometimes like they don't look at your extracurriculars. They sometimes
yes, we have to put that on our application too, to make us more like of a candidate for that.
They sometimes do that if you're applying to like commerce or something like really competitive, but rare.
Here that's really big.
I feel like we should also talk about like basic tuition prices, because that's a huge difference. Like, so my school, I think I pay between 7 to 8. And normally like the most
for tuition. Yeah,
per year.
So like JWU tuitions, and this is not including everything else, tuition is $30K a year, and tuition does go up like basically every year.
That's insane.
And that's a lot. That's like still a high amount, but
that's a car
in the middle between like a state school and then like a really good private school. But I know community college, I paid like $5K.
And even if an international student comes to like Ryerson, I think it's like $17,000, because the government subsidizes a lot of ours. And then you can also get like provincial loans on top of that. But like I could not imagine paying $30,000. Out of state's more expensive, right?
Yes, that's another thing.
That's not a thing that I don't think we do that.
So it depends. Private schools usually, in-state and out-of-state tuition is the same for most private schools. I think so. I can't say it for all because I haven't looked at all of them, but that's what I've come across. And then if it's a state school, in-state and out-of-state tuition is obviously very different. So that's another thing, and that's probably why I didn't. Now that I'm like remembering why I didn't apply to like all out-of-state schools, because once I realized the price of college, I didn't want to apply to like.
Yeah. You have to pay to each school you apply to?
Not some schools charge you, some schools don't.
See, ours is like you apply on like this Ontario government website, and for like I think it was about $150, you get to pick 3 schools you apply to. Yeah, so I only applied to 3. And then I think you can apply up to 5, and they charge you $50 extra per school.
Yeah, every college is different with how much they charge you.
Okay.
Some colleges, like, I don't think they will charge you anything. Some $50, some $30, like.
I guess it depends on how many applicants they
Oh my
get.
god, this is bringing back so many memories because I'm just thinking about my senior year in high school and being so overwhelmed with how much everything cost, including applications.
And that's so hard because like you're applying to something you don't know you're gonna get into.
Yeah, and it's also difficult because like every single application is like depending on the school is different. Like you're not using the common app for everything.
True, you're having to go through individual websites and
Especially if you're going to a private school, they usually don't use the common app from what I remember. So like you have to use their own website.
We can talk about like trimesters because your school does that.
Yeah, so not every school does this though. So we have fall, winter, and spring trimester. The good thing about that is that most people here graduate a year early because of that. And if you're in a program where you can take 5 classes per trimester, you graduate a year early. At this school, it's...
How many weeks is a trimester?
I don't know, I think 10 to 11.
Okay.
And then at this school, basically the minimum amount of credits / classes, the minimum classes that you take to be considered a full-time student is 3.
That's so low.
Yeah, but they also go by a little faster, I guess. Yeah. And the maximum is 4 unless you're in we call it SHARP, a program where you can take 5 classes per trimester.
Okay.
If you go to like my community college, the most is 5, and they go by semesters, and they're longer
so
semesters.
Weird. Like my school, the minimum, it's a 12-week semester. The minimum's 4, and the max is 7.
Okay.
And it's all like the same tuition price. So like each semester, I normally take 6. My program wanted us to take 7, but I was like, I'm not taking 7 courses in one semester.
How many hours of class do you have?
3 hours per class.
3?
Yeah.
Holy moly!
It's a lot of school.
Wait, hold up.
How many hours are your classes?
2.
Oh, ours are 3. Normally the minimum is 3.
And that's trimester.
Yeah, a semester.
And then
ours is
for
3.
semester, it's 1.
Hour?
Like 1, maybe 1.5. I don't know. I don't remember.
That's so weird.
But I know it's definitely less than like 2.
Ours are normally like split up. Like normally you have like a 2-hour and then a 1-hour, or like a 1.5 and a 1.5. But some are 3. Like all of my business ones were 3 hours straight. And like my roommate was in a program which had 6-hour labs.
Like I'm taking a night class this summer and it's 6 to 9, and I thought that was long.
Oh, that's normal.
But it's once a week.
Yeah. Ours are only once a week, but it's 3 hours a week.
Oh. See, we have it twice a week.
Oh, so you have like 4 hours a week of the same class.
Yes.
Okay, so that makes more sense. Yeah, we can talk about living wise. My school was really weird because like my school's pretty big. There's 40,000 people in total. About that.
You live in a big city. So.
Yeah, and there's 7,000 people like in each year normally. Also a thing that you guys do, we don't call them like freshmen, we just call it first year, second year, third year, and fourth year.
Actually, we do that here too.
Oh, okay.
Well, at JWIS specifically, we're supposed to call them first year, second year, third year, fourth year students. But just in America in general, we do call them freshmen, sophomore.
That like it took me until like grade 12 to figure in like I guess your senior year, but I call it grade 12 to figure out what all those were.
Yeah, I remember in high school and still not being able to understand that.
Because yeah, it's something we don't talk about. Living wise, so yeah, my school's pretty big. There's 7,000 first years when I started, but there was only 800 residence beds. So I go to like a commuter school because it's like in the middle of the city.
Here, I feel like it's like a good balance because like I do like, see, I don't know how many people are in the school. Like I don't know numbers like that. But we do have a lot, like it's a good handful of people who stay in dorms and a good handful of people that live off campus, and then a good handful of people, well, I guess if you live on campus, you're technically just a commuter, but there are people that like have moved from like New York to New Jersey.
Yeah, they like live at home or they live on their own.
So I'm gonna call the people that live at home commuters, and then people that live off campus, the people that live off campus.
Yes. But yeah, that's how I would describe it too.
So like it's a good mixture because I know a lot of people who commute, and then I know a lot of people who live on campus. Like I find a good balance. I don't feel like there's like mostly commuters or mostly people that live on campus. It's like all balanced pretty well.
Also, what's weird about the States in general is like the amount of schools. There's so many choices.
Oh yeah, so we got state schools and like private schools, and there's, like I said, college and universities. They're kind of on the same level because they're both 4-year schools. So it doesn't really like matter for the most part, and universities are usually bigger.
Yeah.
From what I recall. I'm such a fake American,
so
like I don't
weird,
even
like,
know.
What, like everywhere we drive, we see like 10 schools, but like
yeah, we have colleges in the
name,
most randomest places.
I can name probably all of the universities like in Ontario, and Ontario's like massive.
Yeah, we have like, for example, Massachusetts, I'm pretty sure they have like one of the best like education systems, I guess. And we have so many like different colleges in different places. Like we have obviously a bunch of colleges and universities in Boston because that's like the capital and the city. But then we have them like random places. Like we have it Bridgewater State University, we have Salem State University, we have, I think Springfield is one, and then like some that I like Westfield, some that like I don't even know what they are.
I feel like
they're, like,
every
little
town has
spaces.
one.
Yeah.
Or at least has like an affiliated branch there. It's crazy.
So I feel like because we have so many options, it's fitting for like different types of people, but it's overwhelming because I remember my senior year, I was
like, how many schools did you apply to?
I honestly think I only applied to 3 or 4.
Okay.
But
I hear of so many Americans applying to like 20 plus.
Yeah, and that's because I wasn't even sure about college at the time. Like I didn't even know if I wanted to go to college, so I kind of stuck to the close-knit places.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about the American versus Canadian experience. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I mean, I'll share the Canadian side. Maybe she'll pop over and share some American knowledge. I mean, most people watching this are also probably American. Most of my viewership is. We're also vlogging, so I'll link my vlog channel. Is yours going on your main channel?
Yes.
I mean,
everything is on the main channel.
True. She combines it all into one. So be sure to subscribe to her and check that out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.